Hello, and welcome to the MyHeritage webinar series. I'm Miriam Pierre-Louis, your host, broadcasting to you live from Eastern Massachusetts. Today we have Daniel Horowitz, who is with us live in Israel for his class, Make Your Photos Speak with DeepStory. Thanks to Daniel, and thanks to the nearly 900 of you for registering for today's live webinar. So wherever and whenever you are, glad to have you with us. And now to introduce our speaker. Daniel Horowitz is a genealogy expert at MyHeritage, providing key contributions, liaising with genealogy societies, bloggers, and media, as well as lecturing and attending conferences around the world. Dedicated to genealogy since 1986, he was the teacher and the study guide editor of the Family History Project, Searching for My Roots, in Venezuela for 15 years. Daniel is involved in several crowdsourced digitization and transcription projects and holds a board-level position at the Israel Genealogy Research Association. Please put your virtual hands together and let's give Daniel Horowitz a nice, warm webinar welcome. How are you, Daniel? Welcome to the webinar.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Oh, such a pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you very much for the invitation and the wonderful introduction, Marianne. Thank you all of you who may be watching this live or recorded for being interested on how MyHeritage will make your photos speak. But before we go there, I like always to bring a little bit of the numbers that MyHeritage has, because they will all play some kind of role into each of the components that we have. So MyHeritage started as a platform to build family trees, and up till the moment we have 87 million of those, who includes 5 billion profiles and 104 million users. Now, why this is important for our session today? Because some of those family trees may have pictures of your family that you are lacking of. So with the smart matches and communicating with other members, you will be able to gain those images as well. And if not from other users, you may get images and pictures from the 18.5 billion historical records that we have, and increasing that number almost on a weekly basis. What we also do here is DNA tests for genealogy. No, your pictures are not going to be relevant for this. But if you take a DNA test with MyHeritage, or you upload your DNA test from another company to MyHeritage, you will be allocated to the ethnicity estimations or the genetic groups, and for sure you are going to be matched with the other 5.8 million DNA kits that we have. What it is relevant is the fact that MyHeritage works, acts, sells, and offers all its services around the world in 42 languages, meaning that anybody out there can use and is using MyHeritage to do their genealogy. And this is basically because MyHeritage offers you a free website, software, or mobile app to manage your genealogy. It will offer you technology of smart matches, record matches, and DNA matches, people discoveries, and photo discoveries that will enhance and will increase the information that you have. And also, the technology of MyHeritage will make your pictures talk. You want to know how? Well, you are in the right place, and I'm going to ask Marianne, please, to play the video of what you are going to see as a result by the end of the lecture.
Hello, I'm Haim Singer. Here is what I would like you to remember about me. My father was Ovidi Singer. My mother was Marjam. I had 2 brothers. My brother Meir was born in 1854, in Ukraine. I had 1 more brother, Shraga. I married the love of my life Fanny Breyer on January 26, 1898, in Chernivtsi, Ukraine. That day was unforgettable. She was born in 1859, in Chernivtsi. She was 38 years old when we married. We had 9 children, Berta, David, Yosef, Molly, Henya, Elsa, Chage, Ovidi and Isidore. Isn't that incredible? I lived in Chernivtsi, Ukraine, in 1898 and in 1927. Fanny and I had 14 lovely grandchildren. From our daughter Berta, we had Yeti, Sally and Herman. We had Jacob, Dorothy, Bessie and Julius from our daughter Molly. From our daughter Henya, we had Regina, Sally and Zeev. And finally, we had Rika, Yaakov, Giza and Yeti from our son David. I'm glad I could share my life story with you. Thanks so much for watching. Farewell, love and kisses.
Okay, so now you have met my great-great-grandfather. And you probably also find this amusing or incredible, as my great-grandfather just said over there. But you will be even more amazed if I tell you that this was the result of 1 click. That's all what I had to do. 1 click and that video was automatically generated. Well, yes, 1 click to generate the video, but I had to do a little bit of work preparing everything for the video. And that is what I will show you now. I am in any particular image that you can choose, and I suggest you to do this in advance with your images, just to make sure that the results of the video will be a high quality one. Let's see here. First, you need to make sure that you tag individuals in the pictures, because that's the only way that MyHeritage will know who is in which picture. And then we will be able to use those pictures to generate that video. Tagging individuals is very easy. From the right panel of the photo that you have the individual, you can click on Tag Individual, and then you just need to position the tag frame or area on the face of the person, start typing a name, and hopefully MyHeritage will detect that the name of that person already exists in the family tree. Yes, definitely I will strongly suggest you to have a family tree on MyHeritage, because otherwise the information for that video, for that story, is going to be like very boring or even non-existing. So the better tree that you have, the more information you have about the person, the better is going to come that video at the end. So this is Deborah Jensen, and I just need to go and click on the name of her in the drop-down menu and say done tagging, and that's it. The picture was tagged, and now MyHeritage knows that this is how Deborah Jensen looks like. Now, what else you can do here? You should be able to apply the improvement tools for pictures. The first one that I suggest, and not necessarily the order has any effect on the results, but I like to go in order from left to right. So the first one is repair, and you will see that it will take a few seconds until the picture is quite better and improved. Okay, if you see the first one, you can see towards the bride that there's all kind of marks on the picture, and you can move the slider to the before and after, and I can see that it's quite better now that it was repaired. Okay, but I can even go and apply a more extensive repair by going into the settings and then click on the right panel, extensive repair model, and wait for a few more seconds until the picture will be a little bit improved and better. That will be one thing. The next one is the Enhance tool. And here, the idea is to make those faces that may be blurry, that may be out of focus, just because, remember, technology back then was not that good. So make sure that the quality of the image and the faces is very clear. We do this applying not only some artificial intelligence, but also detecting the faces in the picture. So you see down here on the bottom of the image that now I have identified the faces that we have found. And then you can go and click on each of them and compare how it looks before the enhance and after it. And I am sure you will agree with me that the quality is really improved. So the next thing is, in case your picture is a black and white, I will suggest you to colorize it, because what we can do, our family, our ancestors, they were not really black and white, although, well, my kids still think that my great-grandfather was black and white. But the technology will try to put here the best colors that it can in order to match the reality. And sometimes this is still not enough. So I will suggest you dedicate a few minutes in order to play with the settings right there in the upper left corner. You will be able to open again the right panel, and here where you had the extensive repaired model that we used before, now you have also the MyHeritage in color settings. You can play with the saturation, you can play with the rendering, you can even use different colorization models, and we by default use the last one that we developed in July 2021. But depending on the picture, depending on the colors, maybe the previous one is actually the best. You can play this for free. You can use and go step by step. Normally, I will just move one slider to the left and the other to the right, and then we'll play like this in order to make sure that I have the best quality on the images, that it's not too red or too white. And the good news is that I can always go and click and hold the picture to see a preview. And if I don't like the results, well, I come here and I change it again, or then I say cancel, or whenever I am happy with the results, I will click save, and then that is what the photo is gonna be saved. Now, yes, this image is actually going to have some icons over there to make you and everybody aware that this is not the original image. The original image is still there. We haven't touched it. We are applying technology layers on top of the original image, and we're letting everybody know that this is an artificial or technology created image. I will suggest you to download the improved picture, and later on you may want to use it as part of the story video that we are going to create. Just for now and for the fun of it, I'm going to show you a comparison between the previous or the original image and the one that I have improved with the MyHeritage technology. I mean, I know that I work for MyHeritage, but you have to agree with me that the picture looks much better now after all this technology applied. Now, at any point in time, also, you're more than welcome to share this with other people, or if you want to delete the improved photo, you can do that without any problem. The original photo will be there for you. If you delete the original photo, you are going to lose the improved one as well. Now, I will invite you all to start writing your questions in the chat, and Marianne is taking good care of that. But I already know that somebody out there is asking if you can delete one of the tools applied. For example, I applied already 3, and I want to delete the enhance. I didn't like, or the repair. I didn't like how it ended. Well, the answer is no. Once you apply something, it is already applied. What you can do is you can delete the improved photo and then reapply the technology that you want. You didn't want to apply the repair? No worries. Just do only the colorize or use only the enhance. It's totally up to you. Just again, remember, if you delete the improve, nothing is going to happen. But if you delete the original, then your improved photo is also going to be lost. Did I mention sharing? And you can do that both in social media and in Twitter. I would say make sure that you mention us there so we can hear about your success tests and tries and improving on the photos, or just send the link to any family member if you want. Now, the last tool that I have here is the animation. So we're getting closer to make that face talk as the title of the lecture promised. And the way you do this is with the deep nostalgia technology, where you will select any of the faces that we have recognized on the enhancement. And by the way, if you didn't apply the enhancement, no worries, we will do it for you because we want you to have the best possible image for this. And then we are going to apply movements to that image. And you really going to enjoy and see this face moving, just as you remember your relatives. Isn't this amazing? Just as I remember him. But you will notice that you can share this video, and this is a video. You can download it and use it as you want. We have actually 20 different animations. The one that we selected is the default depending on the picture that you have. So for one picture, it may be number 9, other may be number 7, or other one may just be the kiss and wink. And of course, the video will also have the icons that will show that this was created with technology. Now, I always like to spell the beans and to show you not only what we can do, but how we do it. And this is how we animate the faces. We have a video of a driver. No, he's not driving any place, but he's moving. And we detected his face moving and doing everything that he does. Then we identify specific spots on the face and we try to match it to the picture that you uploaded. The result is that we can apply those movements to the picture that you uploaded. And that is how it's done. I know, it is amazing, but it's really simple. Okay, what else I need to show you here? Well, I need to show you how to upload pictures. Here in the photo section, you will be able to see which pictures you have applied the different tools, and you will be able also to see which pictures have been tagged with the different individuals. I will suggest you, though, that whenever you upload pictures, you create an album, not for each of those of your individual, but either by family or events. And then you will be able to upload those pictures to those albums. You will see also from the left side that you will be able to see the pictures by individuals. Remember that I show you how to tag individuals over there. So here we will show you all the pictures that have a certain individual tag. That is why I don't recommend you to create albums by different individuals. And if you're looking for those pictures that don't have anybody tag, you have an option down at the bottom of this list, so you will be able to see and focus and make sure that you tag everybody there. Okay, so the next task for you is to upload the pictures that you want in that video. And it's very easy. Just click on the upload button and make sure that you either drag or select photos, videos, or any other file that you may have in your computer. Just bear in mind that for that final result, that video that we're doing with the relative speaking, the only pictures are taken into account. You can put them into an album, and let's say the DeepStory album, and you will have them handy whenever you need them. Okay, in my case, I'm just going to drag and drop them over there, and it will be very easy, or to select the images previously on my computer, previously digitized, and have them up and running. Now, one more thing that I want to show you here is that you can actually search for any picture according to the title of the picture. And then the results is going to show in this tabular way, which you can also see all your pictures without searching by toggling and clicking the icon next to the upload button. And make sure that you have the pictures that you want. And if you detect that some of the images are actually duplicated, you can just select them and delete them or download it to your computer. Or also from here, you can change the name of the picture. Not that relevant for our lecture today. Definitely adding a date and a place. It is very important, because by that you will make that picture searchable and you will be able to find it later. But probably more important, making sure that everybody is tagged in the picture. This is something that you will not be able to do it from here. Whenever you click on tag people, you will be opening the picture and just tagging people as I show you. Now, you will notice that here I actually have one different tool suggested by MyHeritage, and in this case is restore colors, because the picture may already be in color, but the colors may be fade, may be yellow, brown, or red because of the chemics used in the picture. So by applying the restore color, MyHeritage technology is going to bring those colors bright and to the real ones. Okay, now I would like to drive your attention for a moment to the mobile app that MyHeritage has, totally free both for Android and for iPhones. The advantage of the mobile app is that you will not only take and work with your family tree wherever you go, and it will synchronize automatically with whatever you did in the website, but also this is important because you will be able to snap, store, assign a picture to an individual, and share with other family members. I'm not going to show you how to take a picture with your phone, but from where you should be selecting in order to take that picture. Once you have that picture taken, you can actually make that picture talk right from here, because the mobile app has a feature called the photo storyteller. Well, this is kind of cheating because you are not really making the photo speak. What you are doing is actually recording an audio about this picture, or by the person who appears in the picture telling the story of the individuals or memories about them, about the house, about the event, about anything that you would like to have. Once you do that, the picture will always have a button that will allow you to play that audio, and also will go up to the website, and people will be able to see the pictures over there and to hear the stories behind the scenes and the images. You will know which images has a story behind them just following the icon over there on the corner. Now I'm going to go back to the website, because now that we have the family tree with all the facts, now that you have your family photos uploaded in tags and probably colorized, enhanced, and all the rest, now it's the time to go under Photos in your menu and select DeepStory. Probably you're going to get to a page like this. From here, you could upload a specific picture if you want and make it talk, or you will get a picture of screen like this, where we have detected already people that we can propose you to create a deep story for them. I'm going to select here this individual, and MyHeritage is very seriously taking care of privacy. And if you didn't notice until now, all the suggestions are actually people who are marked deceased. And we're going to ask you, please, to keep this deep story technology only for deaf individuals. Once you agree to this, MyHeritage is going to start creating that video and making that image talk, and it's going to take between 3 and 7 minutes. It's not easy to put together all the information, hopefully huge amount of information that you have about your ancestors. And yes, the more facts and the more information you have, then the longer it's going to take. Now, you don't need to wait here. You can go away and do other things on your website, and just be aware that you will receive an email alerting you whenever this video is ready. So whenever the deep story is done, I can go here, I can click watch live story, I will get here, and I will be able to see that video that we show you at the beginning. Now, things don't stop here because yes, this is really amazing, and believe me, I enjoyed very much not only creating those videos, but sharing them, especially with the kids in the family that never saw my great-grandfather. They never met him. For some people, this can be a little bit creepy. But what I found out is that it is creepy when you met this individual, when you had experienced this individual in life, because the movements and the voice are not going to be exactly the same, and you remember those individuals, how they interacted with you. But for my kids, for example, it was really amusing, the opportunity to hear the story of my great-grandfather directly from his mouth. Now, I said that we don't just stop here because the video up till now is created automatically. And we understand that maybe you want to add, remove, change some of the things that we did for you. So you can do that just by clicking the edit DeepStory right there, and you will get to this screen. Here you will see the different sections of the story and the images that we have selected from the ones you have uploaded. We are going to try to find one good picture for the person and animate it and make that the main picture to tell the story. And then other ones are going to be used for the different facts that you have. Now, for each section, you will be able to hear it and make sure that the pronunciation and the voice is as you like it. And if it's not, well, we have some options that you can use. You can change the speed of the voice, even make it slower or faster. You can also choose other accents, or even better, you can use different languages. And to do that is actually very simple. You go into the language selector of your website, you change the language, and you will have this option list for the language that you have created. So in my case, I have created some videos both in Spanish and Hebrew and even in Greek. Okay, once you have selected the voice that you want, it's time to go over the other pieces. And you will be able to change the picture or the text. In here, if you don't like this picture, if you want to use another picture, you can just simply select it over there. Sometimes we may not have a picture for a specific fact. So all you need to do is to click over there and upload the image that you want. In order to change the text, you just need to click on the text that it's already there and edit it or change it accordingly to whatever you like. Or you can, at any point in time, add new chapters, and we will have some templates ready for you. And if none of those templates, not occupation, military service, immigration, I don't know, you want to add something totally different, you can add a free text area. Let me give you one example. I know somebody that prepared a video of their grandmother telling them how to prepare the food recipe that it was their preferred one. And of course, it's not just to say what ingredients and what is the preparation that you need for that, but also Granny explaining and telling the story how she knew on how to prepare this plate, or any memories that you may have and you want Granny to tell about this story. Once you have customized your story, and you can change and do this as many times as you want, just make sure that you click Save and Create. It's going to take some time, of course, to create that deep story for you, but it's going to be saved right there on the top of the page. So the first one is going to be the stories that you have created, and you will be able to see more. And then below you will have the suggested ones for other people in your family. Each one can be shared, download, edit, or deleted as you want. And what I just did just moments before this presentation was downloading the video and sending it to Marianne so she can put it in the system and play it for you. Now, let me give you some tips, extra tips on how to create these amazing deep stories. First, try to upload to your family side pictures that are from your family, that are front and all the family together. Like for the personal picture, you need a front-facing one where you can very clearly see the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and everything. Kind of a close-up picture. But for the other images, feel free to upload as many you want for and attach not only people, but also to put the dates so we can relate to the right facts in your family tree. Then use the editor to make corrections to the pronunciation of the names. Let me tell you, the first time I create that video, boy, the names, well, the name of my family, it's a Jewish family. You can understand names are not easy. But I had to play with the spelling of the names, not necessarily to make them the correct spelling, but to make it so the pronunciation, the artificial intelligence will be able to read those names and pronounce them the right way. And then, of course, you should try different voices to make sure that the ones you select, it matches the person the best you can. And you should enrich your stories by adding new chapters, or just by adding more facts to your family tree and then recreating the video. And I'm not talking only about birth, marriage, and death. You heard on my example, occupation, other family members, immigration, even second and third generations are all taking into account. But if you want to add very specific details, you can do that as well. Now, when I planned this webinar, I really didn't plan it that extended, because we do have something new. And that something new is something that will help you tag individuals in the pictures in order to create those deep stories even faster. And for now, I have to admit, the photo tagger is only available in your mobile app. And you will be able to go both on the Google Play or the Apple Store, download the app if you don't have it, make sure that connects to your account on MyHeritage, synchronize, and then start working with this. This is a free feature. It will very easily allow you to tag multiple peoples over there. I actually did the other day hundreds in less than 5 minutes. It's very efficient. It allows you also to organize your pictures, and it makes the tagging task very enjoyable. From the mobile device, if you go under Photos, you should be able to see now already a photo tagger banner over there. Or you will be able to go into the menu of the photos and select the photo tagger right from there. The photo tagger is going to organize groups of 10s or 20, 25 images in one shot. And here I have the greatest news. And this is a big scoop that I have for you, Marianne. Jeff, which I'm pretty sure is going to review this video very soon, and for everybody else attending this webinar. Because we are already working on a photo tagger feature on the website. And this was the first thing that people asked when we applied it on the mobile device. And that was just a few weeks ago when we released it, and we will say it will come very soon to the website. You will find it under photo section. You have it right over there, the photo tagger, and that will bring you to this page where you need to click on the start button to read the terms and conditions, because again, we're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about facial recognition technology. We're talking about biometrics. And I don't know why all those words sometimes scare some people. So we want to make very sure and very clear that you understand that we are using all this temporarily, meaning that after 3 months, everything will be, the biometrics that we got are going to be deleted. And you can delete them also at any time when going back here and saying, don't do this anymore. Also, we will tell you that we will apply this only for deaf individuals. And you should know also that the photo tagging is applied only and exclusively inside your family site. So we are not comparing your pictures to my pictures. It's only mine or only yours. Okay, I have read it. I agree to all this. So let MyHeritage works for a few seconds and you will get grouped like this. By the way, you can use all this on your mobile device right now or after I finish the webinar. And it looks pretty much the same. You will find that we list groups of everybody over there, or you can focus on identified or non-identified people. You can see that we're asking you, who is this? Or we're telling you that we know who this person is. So I'm going to choose this very young, handsome guy here that MyHeritage is asking me who he is. And I can see that in all the pictures, it actually looks like the same person. On the top, just if you don't know who this guy is, you will be able to move to a different group, or you will be able to reject or accept this tag. But of course, that before we need to put a name. And yes, by now, whoever said that this is me is right. So whenever you start writing the name, remember that technology that MyHeritage recognized the name from the family tree? Yes, we will apply it also here. So this is not my father and this is not my mother, this is me. So I'm going to click on my name and all those images are going to be tagged with my name and with my individual, my persona in the family tree. You see that I have here 25 pictures, so it's just 2 clicks and everything is tagged. Now, I invite you definitely to go over all the images and make sure that you click the upper corner where the symbol to accept or not is there. And you will notice also that MyHeritage will tell you who else was previously tagged in this picture. Just because it's easy to understand family relationships and it will make logic if this person is with this group of people. Just for all of you, like for me, using glasses and not seeing good enough these images, we have an option to view this picture full screen. And also here, you're able to go back and forth. Also here, you're able to select or check not the image to be tagged as my person or the person that you want to name over there, and just go back to the list of photos and make sure that you see everybody over there. So now really all what you need to do is to click on that tag. And if you're actually doing this while I'm doing the presentation, probably just since I started explaining this section, you already tagged more than 100 pictures. It is that simple. And it's even more simple whenever MyHeritage has a sample picture to rely on who this person may be. So I already uploaded previously a picture of my grandmother. I already tagged her and MyHeritage already knows how she looks. So now the technology looked all over the pictures that don't have tags and recognize all these faces as my grandmother. So if I agree, all what I need to do is to click on that orange button and those images are tagged. I'm pretty sure that you will find this amazing. And just for you to know, very soon, you should be receiving an email alerting you about the amount of groups and people that we have prepared for you and making sure that everything is up there ready for you to work. Now, if you allow me, ending this webinar with what I call the magic recipe. First, build your tree. Make sure that it's published on the website. Make sure that you have everybody that you want over there. Do you have a family tree someplace else? No worries. Just download a JetCom, which is the standard format to move family trees from one place to the other, and upload to MyHeritage. You really don't need to start from scratch. Then invite other family members and upload pictures and documents about your family. Then tag them in those pictures. And there is a reason why I am suggesting you first to invite and then to tag. Because when you tag individuals, MyHeritage will send them an email alerting them about the tag and will say, hey, Daniel tagged you on a picture. Come and see the image. Now, probably people are used to receive those kinds of alerts through Facebook or Instagram and all that. The very different is that these are pictures from the family and not just cars or cats or other things. Repair, enhance, colorize, even animate your pictures. And of course, DeepStory them. Make sure that you create those videos as you want and share them with other family and friends from everywhere, just to make sure that one, everybody is enjoying what you're doing, but two, you are encouraging other family members to share their pictures with you and to collaborate together on your website. Now, from my side, that will be all for today. I know that you have questions and I will be more than happy to answer, but I also know that Marianne has some announcements and even maybe some prizes for you before I answer the questions. Is that right, Marianne?
Well, that is right, but before I do that, I do have a question. Can you go back one slide?
One slide, yes.
Okay, so for this magic recipe, I just want to clarify. When you say invite family members, is that inviting them to your tree or inviting them to MyHeritage?
Well, very good question, and the answer is both. When you put the email address of the person in the family tree, we will give you the option to invite that person to your MyHeritage website.
Okay.
They don't need to pay. Whatever level of website you have, basic, premium, complete, they will enjoy everything same as you. They will be able to upload pictures and they will be able to edit the information on the tree depending on how you set up your tree and your website. So I will strongly recommend you, before you invite people, to go over the settings and to make sure that people can do or not what you want.
Okay, so you could have a private tree and you could invite family members to your tree.
In fact, that will be the only way your family will be able to see your tree if it's private.
If it's private, okay. And then the alerts, these email alerts. Now, if you have their email address in the tree, but they're not part of your tree yet, will they still get the alert, but just not have access to your tree?
What do you mean they're not part of your tree?
Like you haven't. You can put can you put the email address on a person the way you can tag a person, but not actually invite the person to your tree? Or does it automatically invite the person as soon as you put
I can tag somebody and not inviting them.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can invite them through the tree and they will be in the tree. Or there is actually one more way that I can invite them from the menu, from the home menu. I will be able to go into the members tree and the members of my website, and I will be able to invite somebody over there that it's not connected or related to my tree.
Okay. All right. So there's lots of, what I'm getting at, there's lots of different options, and you can invite family members to your tree and it can be private just for your family. So
yes.
Okay, great.
That's definitely
Excellent.
A yes.
Excellent. All right. Okay, so with that, yes, I will let you sit back for a minute or two. I'll just give out some door prizes, and then we'll do the Q&A. Oops, let's show my screen. There we go. All right. So, wow, great webinar, everyone. Wasn't that fascinating? I can't wait to get to the Q&A. So, our next MyHeritage webinars on September 27th, we have Mike Mansfield. He's actually going to be here 2 consecutive webinars. The first one, he'll be talking about Swedish research and in September. And then in October, Mike will be back to talk about Norway research. And Mike is kind of a specialist in Scandinavian research. He also happens to be, I'm not sure what his official title is, but I know he's very involved with the content, bringing the content to MyHeritage and all the record groups and all that kind of stuff. So those should be really informative. So if you have Scandinavian ancestry, you definitely want to check those out. And we just he just did a webinar, was it last week or the week before? And I think it was Danish. So lots of really good resources for you in that regard. And then on October 25th, Tal Ehrlichman will be here with MyHeritage's latest photo innovations. And it's hard to keep up because they're constantly adding new features, which is great. All right. If you would like to see more from Daniel, he has 29 other webinars in the Legacy Library. And you can see them here. His most recent one is Top 10 Secrets of Using MyHeritage. You can get it directly, familytreewebinars.com/Daniel Horowitz. And you'll find all of his webinars. And if you'd like to see more MyHeritage webinars, you can go to the same basic URL and then /MyHeritage webinars. And it should cover most questions that you have about, it's clearly not a knowledge base, but, general questions that you have about all the features and stuff on MyHeritage. We've got it pretty well covered in our library. All right, it's time to give away a door prize. And our first door prize today is a 1-year complete subscription to MyHeritage. And this is amazing because this is the biggest package you can get. So there's two sides to this package. There's the family site subscription, which is the family tree side of it. So you get unlimited photo storage, and you get Family Tree Builder Premium and Consistency Checker and all those other tools related to the family tree. And then you also, in addition to that, get the data subscription, which gives you access to 16.9 billion historical records. So you build your tree like Daniel has been talking about today. You put your people in it, and then you go to your grandfather, your great-grandfather, and you come down here and you start looking for the records to learn more about your ancestors. So the combination here allows you to do a complete family history on your family with what's accessible based on where they lived and when. So for our prize winner today, we're going to give that to Natan Gundhus. And Natan, I hope I said that correctly, but you are the winner of the 1-year MyHeritage Complete Plan. Congratulations. And our second door prize is a MyHeritage DNA kit. And with the DNA kit, many of you probably know there are two sides to this as well. There's the ethnicity side, and then there's the DNA matches side. So on the ethnicity side, the MyHeritage test kit will tell you where your ancestry comes from. And then on the DNA match side, it will actually connect you to distant or maybe close cousins through others who have tested their DNA kits. And it's a pretty neat thing. You can even see people from other countries, like from country of origin. So I can click on like Ireland and see all the people who live in Ireland right now that share DNA with me, or actually like the Czechia. It's called Czechia now. It used to be the Czech Republic. So I have an ancestor who came from there, and I actually have DNA matches in MyHeritage that come from there now as well, which is so cool. All right, if you've already tested, because I don't know whether you've tested or not, it's okay. You can still get the prize, and you can just give it to one of your family members to test, and you can broaden your understanding of your family. And this DNA kit is going to go out to Mika Honor. So congratulations, Mika. There is a MyHeritage DNA test kit coming your way. I will be emailing both prize winners. So be on the lookout for those emails, because I will need to get some information from you in order to send you your prizes. All right, let's bring Daniel back on.
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
And congratulations to the winners.
Yeah. I always love to give out the MyHeritage prizes. Let's see. So I think you covered Steve's question, the increase the file size for DeepStory. Was that the one you answered during the webinar?
Wait, say that again?
So our first question here is from Steve, and I'm not sure if you answered this already or not, but so I'll just ask it again. He says, is there an option to increase the file size for a DeepStory file? He says he's been limited in some of his DeepStories. Steve, are you talking about the photo file or the actual video file that the DeepStory
No,
creates?
I'm thinking that he's talking about the photo file.
Okay.
Like there are limitations on the size
Okay.
and the resolution of the image. So yes, you cannot upload a poster to MyHeritage, or if the picture is too small, also will not work or will not be uploaded to MyHeritage and will not work with the DeepStory.
Are there
But
any best practices? Like, is there a certain file size to shoot for? You know, like
well,
800 pixels
normally,
by
yeah,
something?
normally it's like up to 1,000 pixels width or length. 300 dpi
Okay.
is good enough. Whatever picture you take with your regular phone or your regular camera will go up. We're talking about, let's say, if you have like a professional photographer, they do like 1,200 dpi resolution, and the pictures will look really huge because the goal of those pictures are to be printed later on. And that is why they need so much high resolution.
Okay. So we don't need the really high resolution because we're
No,
creating the
not at all.
videos.
Regular
Okay.
pictures are more than good.
It's going to stay on the screen. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Leilani says she wanted to show a DeepStory with animation on a Zoom meeting. And is it possible to do that? Because I don't think that she had success when she tried it.
Oh, well, definitely yes. Same as we did now, and this is a GoToWebinar system. You can show in Zoom as well. It's actually a video. Probably the problem was that people could not hear the audio. In Zoom, I know you need to make sure you are sharing your audio, and that is already settings from Zoom, or making sure that the video is in the screen that you are sharing.
Good point.
But
Good point.
there's no technicalities that will prevent you from showing the video and make those videos available through Zoom.
So it sounds like she might want to do a Zoom like with one other person and kind of test it out until she gets the setting right. Because definitely, if she has multiple screens, that definitely could have been the issue. Yeah.
Or the sound, because when you start sharing your screen, you're not necessarily sharing your sound.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right. Bonnie wants to know regarding DeepStory, if I have audio recording of an ancestor, what if I could upload an audio clip and AI could use a digital recreation of his voice to give the narration?
Yes, I know you would love that. But I will say for now, no, it's not possible. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I know the technology exists to do this, but from what I've seen, people who do this kind of thing, usually it's like for famous Hollywood people, because there was a famous actor who died recently, and apparently he had done this for his funeral so people could talk to him, but it cost tens of thousands and twenties of thousands of dollars like to create one video. So like it exists, but it's not down to like us regular people yet. So so it'll be a little while. Hang on, Bonnie, hang on, it'll get there. Corinne has two questions. First one, are my uploaded photos automatically available to all?
Very good question, and the answer is more or less yes. So I show you how to put pictures in an album, and whenever you are creating that album, there is a check mark that will say keep this album private, and every picture needs to be uploaded to an album. So if you marked that option, then your pictures are private. If you didn't, then the photos are available to be discoverable in the search engine. Maybe, you know what, Marianne, give me just 1 second. I'm going to take control of the screen.
Okay.
And just confirm with the people. Okay, so this is the photo view in a real website. You see here the different albums. Okay, and I'm going to select this, which is the black and white albums, and in here I will go with album details. And here is this public or private. So I have not checked this. Whenever it's checked, it means the album is public. The pictures are going to be discoverable in the search engine. If you don't want, just make sure that it's not checked, and then you save it. And that is how pictures are going to be kept private only to you.
Okay, good, great. And I put that in the chat as well, so you don't have to try to remember that. Corinne also asked, if my photos get copied to many other trees, will it always be visible that I was the original uploader?
I understand the question. The answer is no. Like the source is going to say that the picture was copied from a specific website, but it's not going to mention you by name or by any other way. It's going to say the picture is coming from website, or in this case, I said Mi Sitio Familiar, which is the name that I have chosen for this website, and that is what the source is going to say.
Is that something that might change in the future or no?
Probably. Okay. I don't know.
Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay, Lynn wants to know, when will we be able to add photos to the DeepStory by selecting photos from our album rather than uploading and creating duplicates in the album?
Yes, Lynn, we are working on that. So for now, you're totally right. You need to go to the picture, you need to download to your computer and re-upload it through the DeepStory. But very soon, hopefully, you will be able to select a picture that you have previously uploaded.
Okay, so that sounds like one of the future photo upgrades that we can be expecting from MyHeritage.
Oh, we have many. We have many of those.
Yeah, all right.
We just have the time for it.
So Lynn, that was a totally valid question, and it'll be coming. It'll be coming. Kay is asking, do the apps, I guess she's referring to the mobile apps, have terms and conditions and privacy policies?
Oh, yes, definitely. Same as the ones I show you in the website. You will be able to go over it and see them in the app as well, and you will need to agree to everything over there.
All right, let's see here. Okay, so this question from Joyce. She's saying, is the photo tagger compatible with other sites? And by that, what she's really saying is the meta information that you put on the photo, such as the name tags, will that stay with the photo if you download the photo and then share it somewhere else?
No, because the tag is a link between the picture and the person. It's not metadata that it's added to the image.
All right, so that's more a function of the family tree on MyHeritage rather than metadata on the photo.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So Bobby wants to know why the colorize doesn't work well with World War II uniforms.
Well, the reason for that is the color of the uniforms and the light that normally those images have. So the gray or the bluish, and they have like different tones that will resemble black and white, or different grays. And the technology is still not perfect on those colors. He's totally right.
Okay.
But we're improving.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing already what can be done. So let me just share a link here, DNA link. Okay, let's see.
And Marianne,
yeah,
if you allow me one
sure.
second, just while you go over the rest of the questions, if I'm sharing already my screen,
You are.
I want to point out how people can invite other members to their tree. Like from the family tree, you have this button here to edit, or even from the left panel when you open the card. Wait, I opened it for a deaf individual. That will not work. When you start typing the name of the person or for the email, you will have here an option to invite him to join the website.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
you can,
okay.
You can just not tag it or not select that, and still saving the email of the person. But if you want to invite it, you just click invite and the person gets an email inviting them there. That's one way. The other way is under home. When from site members, you have an option to invite family.
Okay.
And we will select people from your family tree that you can just identify them and add their email address. Or if those are people that are not related to anybody in your tree, you have down here an option to invite not related people, and you just click on it and you put their first name, the last name, their email, and they will be invited to the website.
Okay, great. Great. I'm so glad you showed us that. Let's see. Okay. Evelyn is asking, to make videos and use the animation, what level do I need in MyHeritage?
So you will be able to do a few for free. We want you to test, and we want you to try it, and we want you to love it. And then you will need a complete account.
Okay. Let's see. LJ and Catherine are both asking, how do you fix tag pictures if you make a mistake?
Very easy. You actually go to the picture where you made the mistake and you delete the tag and re-tag it. Or if the person is still it's in the same image, you click on the tag and you just
Can you? We're still looking at your screen.
Yes. I understood that it was a little bit complicated. So you remember this picture, right?
Yeah.
I tagged here Deborah, but let's say that it's not the right tag. So I can come here and delete the tag. That will be one option. Or I can click on the tag and you see that now it's kind of editable, and I can say, oh, I made a mistake. This one is Deborah.
Okay.
Okay, and done tagging.
Okay.
Now, the personal picture, oh yes, is going to change as well. So now this is Deborah. And now I am all messing up with my website.
Yeah, you'll need to fix that before your family sees it.
Very fast, very easy. Just making sure that this is...
Oh, and I have a question for you while you're fixing that. So the photo tagger on the website, that's still being rolled out, right? Because I don't have that on my website.
Yep, and you will not see it also in this website as well. That is just a preview that I gave all of you.
A little tease there. Okay. Okay. All right.
And it's going to work very similar or identical to the mobile app. So it was going to be exactly the same to show it you once or the other.
Okay. All right. I'm just looking. I think we've pretty much covered all the questions here. This has been a great webinar today, Daniel. Not only did you show us the DeepStory, but you also showed us the photo tagger that's coming to the website, which is going to be great for people like me who prefer to use websites than mobile phones. I know I've reached that generation, but it's just
Yes,
easy.
yes,
It's
yes.
easier
We're
for
from
me,
the
but that's great
yeah.
news, great news. So thank you so much for taking the time today to show us all of this.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for the invitation and the opportunity. And thank everybody for being here.
Yep. Thank you, everyone, for your time today. And with that, we'll end, and we'll see you in our next MyHeritage webinar. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.